Here goes another chat video. Hi guys, so today I'm going to be filming a kind of haul for you. I've bought quite a lot of stuff recently. I was on holiday, so I bought a couple of bits on holiday. I have just spent too much money maybe. But that's okay, as long as I'm going to use the stuff, that's fine. Okay, so I'm going to get straight into the video because I don't want it to be too long. I think you guys like these chatty videos and I like filming them, but I think there's a certain amount of time that you can sit there and watch a video for. So, I'm going to get straight into it. So, the first things I will mention are fragrances. I bought both of these whilst I was on holiday because you have the exchange rate, so they end up being cheaper, which is always great. And that's one thing I kind of look forward to buying when I go on holiday. It's one thing that I always buy because I like fragrances. You have to smell nice. So I bought my absolute favourite fragrance ever, which is the YSL Mon Paris de Toilette. And this is the 90ml bottle. I think this worked out to be around, I want to say about £48. And when I got home I went into Boots and I was looking at the prices for them, and for the 50ml bottle it's £52 I think. So I know there's not much of a difference, but obviously you've got to think that the 50ml is obviously a smaller bottle and the 50ml is still more expensive than what I paid for this. Obviously I know that you can't get this for £48 over here. I'm sorry, not my fault that I went on holiday, but whatever. And then the next one I bought, which I've actually chucked the box away for, and I'm really disappointed in myself because it was a really lovely box, is the Marc Jacobs Decadence. I love this packaging. It's got like, obviously it's shaped like a handbag. It's got like this little tassel on the kind of handle of it, and that just comes off. And this is the 50ml bottle, which I believe worked out to be about £42, something like that, which I think is great. This one is more of a kind of musky smell. It's not a very fresh smell, but it's quite a sophisticated scent, I think, which I try to be sophisticated when I can. I'm anything but sophisticated. Whereas the Mon Paris perfume is more of a sweet, but still sophisticated, but it's more of a sweet florally scent, which I really like. So the next thing I'll go on to is beauty products, so makeup, because there's quite a few bits of that. You might have seen a couple of these bits in my previous video as well, which is fine, but yeah. I bought these blending sponges from Superdrug. I said in my previous video I'm not really sure what this is. I don't know if it is just what the brand is. I think it is. I don't know whether it is just B or whether this is like Superdrug's version. I know Superdrug's own brand normally has like a star logo, so I don't know if this is like their high-end own brand. I'm not sure, but I've been really liking using these, so definitely go and get them. I used to use my Real Technique sponge, which I still love, but for 4 of these is £14.99, and I think for one of them it's like £11 or something. So I think I'm going to be getting more of these rather than the Real Technique sponges. These are a lot more dense than the Real Technique sponges, and I quite like that because I feel like it doesn't soak up as much product. These are also latex free, but they feel kind of silicone-y. I don't really know how to explain it. You kind of have to get one to know what I mean. But I really love them, and I think that was a good purchase on my behalf. The next thing I bought, which it was kind of just to try out really, was the Revolution Retro Luxe Metallic Lip Kit in We Rule. It's kind of a, I don't know if you can see that, it's kind of a rose goldy kind of colour, which I love rose gold. Let me just swatch a bit on my hand for you so you can see it. I don't know if you can see that, but I really love rose gold stuff, so this was kind of a I need that product. But when I actually got it and home and tried it on, I don't think I can rock the metallic lip look, which I'm really disappointed about, but these things happen and we just have to try them. But I think I can probably use this for other things, so we will see. The next thing I bought was the Tiny Bird Cosmetics My Paradise Eye Palette, which I am in love with. I'm wearing it today, and yeah, I just think it is brilliant. These three shades here are all shimmers, and this one here is a matte. I think that every eyeshadow palette needs at least one matte colour, and Tiny Bird has done that. The rest of the colours are kind of rose goldy shades, which, as I just said, I love. And these two colours are kind of similar. This one has more of a browny tone to it, whereas this one's more of a, well, it's called Champagne Cocktail. I was going to say it's more of a champagne-y colour. And then this one is more of a rose gold, which I'm actually wearing this one, which is called Tranquility, and this one, which is called Hammock, today. So I am in love with this. Tiny Bird, you have done a brilliant job with that one. Okay, right, the next thing I bought was a New Look eyeshadow palette. I got the Dark Nudes one, which it says in the name that it is just 4 nude colours. This one here has got a tiny bit of shimmer in it, so I don't feel like I could use that one as like a outer corner colour, whereas this one here doesn't have any shimmer to it, so I feel like that is the outer corner colour. And then I feel like these two are too similar, so if you put that one on like in the crease, I don't feel like that one would be dark enough to kind of do what you want it to do. I don't know, I still think it's a really good palette for someone who is starting out with makeup and just wants to kind of experiment with makeup. I think this is a really good start, and I think this was only £4.99, which is a bargain. Then from New Look, which I am really excited about, I got this Mermaid Sparkle Festival Sparkle Kit. Now this one here is some pink kind of hexagon sequins. These ones are like turquoisey hexagon sequins, and this one here is just silver glitter. Now I put the silver glitter on yesterday. I put it on my bottom lash line, just in the centre, with this makeup look, and I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed wearing some glitter. I hate glitter. I am literally the biggest grump when it comes to glitter ever, but I am trying to make myself try more glitter. So yeah, I might try and do a look with these as we're coming into summer and there's going to be more festivals. I feel like this would be a good video to do, maybe. I don't know, let me know what you think. But I really enjoyed wearing this yesterday. The glue kept the glitter on all day, and it came off really easily at the end of the day as well. I use my L'Oreal cleansing oil to take my makeup off, especially if I'm wearing heavier makeup, and obviously glitter. I feel like I didn't want to be rubbing my eyes a lot when I took it off, so I used the oil because it just breaks everything down, and it got that off really easily, so not a difficult one to remove either. The next thing I got you will have seen in my last video, which is the Nip and Fab Hydrate Dragon's Blood Fix Hyaluronic Shot, which I have been loving. Oh my goodness. Since I went on holiday, I feel like my skin was really dry when I came back, and this has helped me feel like my skin is so much more moisturised, especially throughout the day, because I put it on in the morning and I genuinely feel like my skin, it helps to keep my makeup on. As what the phone's going to ring. Yeah, I feel like this helps to keep your makeup on as well, so love this. Really, really recommend that. And then the other thing I bought, which you will have seen in my previous video, is the Lumi Magique Primer from L'Oreal Paris, and I freaking love this stuff. It really does keep your makeup on all day, and it gives you that glow under your foundation that you want for summer. So I highly, highly, highly recommend this with the hyaluronic shots, whatever they're called, and the Ember Release moisturiser that I always use. I think it is a perfect base for your foundation and your concealer. The next thing I bought, which I bought when I came back from holiday, because I put my Rimmel Wake Me Up foundation on and it kind of broke up on my skin. It didn't sit on my skin like a foundation should, and I feel like that was because my skin was dry, and obviously I put moisturiser on with it and it did the same thing, so I felt the need to go and buy a BB cream. So I went for the Garnier Skin Active BB Cream Original in Light/Clear. It's a 5-in-1 daily moisturiser, and I just used this as my foundation. My skin was really clear anyway because I'd been in the sun and I hadn't really worn any makeup over my holiday anyway. I definitely hadn't put any foundation on. I'd basically used moisturiser and then just did my eyes, because I didn't want to be wearing foundation on holiday in the boiling hot sun. So yeah, I really loved using this. I haven't really used a lot, but I feel like I can do when my skin is clear. I feel like this is something that I will want to use to try and keep my skin as good as possible. And I also bought this one, Olay Complete Our Original BB Cream in Fair with an SPF of 15. I haven't actually tried this one yet, so I can't tell you what I think of that one, but when I do, I'll be sure to let you know. But I bought that at the same time that I bought the Garnier one. My last makeup product is also my favourite and also the most expensive, is my Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in medium brown. This looks really dark, but I have this on my eyebrows today and I don't think it looks too dark at all. It looks dark when you first put it on, but I always wear my hair up when I do my makeup, and I don't think that helps because you can't really see your hair and you can't see how it matches to your hair colour. And also eyebrows always look crazy before the rest of your makeup has gone on. Always think that if I don't like my eyebrows, if I think my eyebrows are too dark, I will always do my eyes and the rest of my makeup, and then I will try and lighten my brows up if I still think they're dark, but 9 times out of 10 they're not. It's just because you haven't had the rest of your makeup on and they kind of look a little bit out of place. The next thing I bought, well actually Liam bought for me, is a little bit random but I absolutely love it, is my Starbucks reusable cup. It was only like £1, and you just pop the lid off and it's just like a plastic version of a Starbucks cup, and I just think that is a really brilliant idea. Yeah, I think that's great. So, love that. Oh, it nearly fell off. The next thing I'll show you is clothing. Now, next weekend I am at a wedding, and I wanted a new dress to wear because I'm hoping it's going to be quite warm. So I just really wanted kind of a dress that would look really nice in the sun and is suitable for a wedding. But this could also be quite a summery dress, and I love that. So it's just a really bright lemon yellow off the shoulder, with like these ruffles, and it's not too long, but it's also not too short, and it has a tag on it. Good job, I've seen that. It has a tie as well that you can either tie around the back or around the front, which I will probably tie around the front. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, I think this is really nice for even summer every day. If you're going to go out to town and it's a nice day, I think this will look really nice in the sun, and I think it can be dressed up as well. So as I'm going to be dressing it up, I thought I had to buy some new heels to go with my dress, of course. So I just got these really kind of simple black, hang on, let me do this up because it might be easier to show. Okay, so these super simple black kind of thick heels. They've got this kind of crossover at the top, which goes around your ankle. Yeah, goes around your ankle, and yeah, I just really like them to dress up. The next thing I bought was a book. Now I was watching Zoella's vlog the other day about her book club, which is Zoella and Friends this year, I believe. Yeah, Zoella and Friends 2017 book club, and I was stood in WH Smith for ages trying to figure out which book I wanted to buy. So I decided to go with the kind of suggested one, the person who suggested the book. I don't even know how to put this. Basically, I have loved every book that I've read that Zoella has recommended. So I decided to go with the one that Zoella recommended, Moxie. Now on the back it says Vivian Carter is fed up with sexist dress codes, fed up with gross comments from guys during class, fed up with our high school teachers who let it happen. But most of all, Viv is fed up with always following the rules. And then it just says on the back, Moxie girls fight back. So I'm really excited to read this because, like I say, any book that Zoella has ever recommended that I've read, I have loved. So, and I'm really trying to get into reading a bit more at the moment. Instead of kind of sitting there doing nothing or staring at a TV, I want to try and read more. And I've said that for ages, but I really do want to try, and I have bought quite a few books recently. Actually, I've got another two that I can show you, but this is the first one. I also bought these two. I bought I See You by Claire McIntosh, which says, when Zoe Walker sees her photo in the class fields section of London newspaper, she is determined to find out why it's there. There's no explanation, just a grainy image, a website address and a phone number. She takes it home to her family, who are convinced it's just someone who looks like Zoe. But the next day the advert shows a photo of a different woman, and another the day after that. I feel like this is going to be like a horror thriller type book, and I'm really looking forward to it. So there's that one. And the next one I've heard so many people rave about, and I've been wanting to read it for ages, but I've just never bought it, and that is The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins. Yeah, super excited to read that one. So I think last thing I have to show you, which is probably my favourite thing out of everything, and I'm so excited that I bought it, my Fitbit Ultra. Now, this one measures your steps, your distance, how many minutes you've been active for, and your calories burned. It records any workouts you do. It measures your sleep, and you can set silent alarms, which is basically it will vibrate for the time that you set it to vibrate at, instead of making a really loud noise like a phone would or an alarm clock would. It also syncs with your smartphone, so when you get a text message it comes through, when you get a phone call it tells you that who's phoning you. The app is brilliant. I don't know if I can show you the app on my phone. Don't know if you'll be able to see it, but this is basically my kind of front page, if you like. So it tells you how many steps you've done today. So far I have done 1,927. My goal is 10,000, but I'm not 100% I'm going to make that today because I'm filming, and then I'm going to be editing them, and then I'm going to be uploading them, so we will see. It tells you how many kilometres you've gone, how many calories you've burned, how many minutes you've been active for. Last night I slept for 9 hours and 48 minutes. That was a good sleep, may I add. And there was 24 minutes of that 9 hours 48 minutes that I was awake or restless. It gets you to do 250 steps at least every hour. So if you haven't done 250 steps in the last hour, you get like a little reminder on the actual Fitbit that will tell you how long you've got to do the 250 steps, or it will tell you how many steps you've got left to do to reach that goal. You can measure how much water you're drinking in the day. You can measure how much weight you lose since you start, and it also tells you how many calories you've got left to eat in the day. So yeah, I got this yesterday, so today is the only first kind of full day that I've worn it, but I love it. You kind of, if it will go off, you double tap it to bring the screen up, and then you tap it once to scroll through all the options, and obviously it tells you how full your battery is as well, but you can change what you can see on there as well. So you can take, like, if you don't really want to know how far you've walked or whatever, you can choose for that not to show up when you tap through them, or whatever you want to do. So yeah, I think that is everything I have bought. Like I said, spent way too much money, but it's okay because I'm going to use it all. That's my theory anyway. But anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that there is something in there that you kind of feel like you would be interested in, would like to buy, would like to try, whatever. But yeah, I've really enjoyed using them, buying them, trying them out to tell you guys what I think. If you guys would like any kind of reviews on books or anything like that, please let me know, because I feel like that's something that would encourage me to read more as well. I'm currently reading Holding Up the Universe by Jennifer Niven, who also wrote All the Bright Places, which I loved, and I'm loving that book as well. So if you'd like a review on any of those two books, let me know and I will be sure to do that for you. But until then, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to click that big thumbs up, subscribe down below, so that you don't miss any of my videos, and yeah, until next time, goodbye.